I just want to make sure that we can before we keep going, because it didn't allow us to do that, or it stopped doing that last. Can we hear?
Oh, you can
Is it
hear.
working
You can
now?
see us one, and we can hear. Good.
Awesome. There we go. Now we're back in business. For the last of the card, we're looking at now the NBA and the NHL. These for this part two. So we're going to be starting it off here with the New York Knicks at the Atlanta Hawks. It is a 5-point spread. The Hawks are 5-point favorites. The total is 211 in this game, and the series is tied 1-1 heading into Game 3 here. Where are you looking for this one?
Well, you guys already know where I like for this series. I'm all over the Knicks, and I feel like for this one, I'm gonna go right back to them, even with the +5. It's one of those spots that I really do like. I think this game, if this point spread is over a possession, you probably should take the plus points, just because it's one of those things where they're most likely going to be a very close game. And I do like the Knicks, even in Atlanta. So I would take the Knicks plus the points. And then looking at a couple player props for this one, maybe go Derrick Rose over 18.5 points. I don't mind that one. And then maybe go over to, I don't know, 3-pointers made. Honestly, I could see Rose hitting over 1, but that's half. That's a -240. Julius Randle hitting over 3. That could happen. That's a +100. But overall, if I had to do a prop bet for this New York game, it would be Derrick Rose over 18.5 points for this one.
All right. All right, we'll take a look at our next game now, where, let me scroll down, there we go. We have the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. It is now an 8.5-point spread. Let me change that. As the Brooklyn Nets lead the series 2-0 heading back to TD Garden for Game 3 here, where the Celtics are 8.5-point dogs. The total is 227. Where are you looking at this one?
I've done this the first 2 games and it didn't work out. I'm going to go right back to the well because I like pain. I'm going Boston plus the points. I think 8.5 is just too much, especially for Boston at home, who's a significantly better team at home than on the road. I think this is one of those spots that I'd rather go to Boston plus the points. And then in terms of a player prop for this one, if they're going to be winning, Jason Tatum's got to go over that 29.5 points. So go ahead. I'll take Jason Tatum over 29.5 points as a player prop in this one. But I'm also going to be going for the Boston Celtics in this game, plus 8.5. Just take the points. Hopefully it's a little bit closer game in Boston. Maybe even Boston can pull off a win. I'm not going to bet that, but it could happen.
So Boston plus
8.5. Yeah.
All right, we head into the final game of the night, where we have the LA Clippers heading to Boston down 2-0, or heading to Dallas down 2-0 against the Mavericks. They are 2.5-point favorites here, and the total is 219.5. Where are you looking at with this one?
I mean, I've hit twice already. Why go away from it? I like the Dallas Mavericks in this game. They beat LA in LA for the first 2 games, and now they're coming home. I think this is a fantastic spot for them. I think the series can end in 4. I am taking the Dallas Mavericks in this game, either if it's the plus 2.5 points, plus 2.5 points, or on the money line. It don't really matter to me. And I feel like there's got to be one spot for this player props. Luka Doncic over 29.5 points. I feel like that's just a slam spot. I think he's going to have a big game. So give me Luka over 29.5 points. Give me the Dallas Mavericks in this game.
All right. Mavericks plus 2.5.
Yep, that works.
All right, we head to the final game of the slate that we're going to be going over, and we're heading to the ice for this one, we are looking at the Minnesota Wild and the Vegas Golden Knights heading back to Sin City for game number 7, tied 3-3. And you can get the Knights are around, I believe, a minus 170. I have written here. Let's double check to make sure that line hasn't moved. Minus 175. Are the Knights plus 158.5, plus 160, depending on your book, for the Minnesota Wild. And for me, I have no bet on this game, on this specific game. I have a bet on the series already, so I'm not going to be doubling down on this game at all. I have the Minnesota Wild to win the series at plus 200. We'll just
hi Jeremy.
But I have the Minnesota Wild to win the series at plus 200. So I'm hoping they can get the job done today. So instead of looking at the actual game side, we're going to look at goal scorer props, and I'm typing those up right now. One of them is going to be Kevin Fiala for the Minnesota Wild. Both of these are Minnesota Wild goal scoring props because I like the Wild in this spot, and I have two that I want to give out for today. I like Kevin Fiala, and bold prediction, I think he's going to have the game-winning goal in overtime. So maybe looking at a three-way line for a regulation draw is a plus 310 in this game. That may be some value here, plus 310 for regulation draw. But I like Kevin Fiala at plus 225 and Gabriel Kaprizov at plus 200 to score us a goal tonight in Las Vegas. I think Minnesota wins like 3-1 tonight, potentially 3-2 overtime type of game. I like Minnesota to win tonight. I'm not betting it because I have the plus 200 on the series, but I'm taking Minnesota in this game. And I also like Kevin Fiala plus 225 to score a goal, and Gabriel Kaprizov to score a goal at plus 200. All right. So let's go over today's plays. I'm going with the Minnesota, or my bad, I'm reading that quick. The New York Mets plus 140 against the Atlanta Braves. I like the Detroit Tigers first 5 plus a half at plus 140 versus the Yankees. I have the Miami Marlins first 5 plus 144 versus they're trying to remember who Miami's playing now.
They're playing Boston.
Oh, against Boston and Martin Perez. Correct. And then I have Kansas City first 5 plus 145 versus the Minnesota Twins. Chicago White Sox first 5 minus a half at minus 135, and the Houston Astros and San Diego Padres over the total of 8 goals.
Yeah, taking the run line in Chicago, taking the Milwaukee Brewers. I thought I had one more baseball play in there. I had the Cardinals as well.
Okay.
At whatever plus money they were. And then for basketball, I got the New York Knicks, I got the Boston Celtics, and the Dallas Mavericks. All 3 dogs in today's NBA slate.
All right. But that's going to just about wrap up this video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with the video here, or we are live here at Earle Sports Bets now that we're doing live streams every day. So that's going to just about do it for this video.
If you guys want to go ahead, check out our premium plays over at picksandparleys.net. You could actually use the link in the description below. It should be the top of the description, picksandparleys.net/game time. You can get 50% off 7-day packages. So go ahead, check that out. Also, go ahead, check out the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. Me and Nick will be on there Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. And then Saturday is an earlier day if we're on there. So go ahead, check out the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel, also linked in the description below.
But that's going to just about do it for this episode of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We want to thank you guys all for hanging out, for joining the stream. But good luck tonight, guys. Let's try to make some money in the MLB, NHL, and NBA. And we will catch you guys the same time tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. here at the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck